that in 12 months, no payments, no interest.
We are talking about the holidays to help you prepare by making a little extra money, and Amy Taylor's here with some ideas.
Planning is half the battle when it comes to having enough time and money to make it through the holidays. You might want to even pick up some side gigs, and there's plenty of seasonal hiring going on now. Everyone from UPS to Kohl's. There's pet sitting, babysitting, even house sitting while people shop or maybe travel over Thanksgiving break. But there's also the usual driving and shopping services like Shipt, Instacart, Uber, and Lyft. But we looked into something a little less labor intensive, taking part in a paid focus group.
All people need to do is go to focusgroup.com. They can register. Everything, it's always free to register. We do not, ask you to pay for anything. You will fill in some profile information about yourself so that we know how to target studies that pertain to you.
Charlotte Daly with Focus Point Global says they need all sorts of different people for focus groups, and they can be done in person, online, phone interviews, picking up and taking home products to test. And you could be doing anything from taste testing to taking part in a mock jury. Daly talked about who makes good focus group participants.
We check to make sure that people are able to express themselves well. For an in-person focus group where you're sitting at a table with, 8 to 10 other people, you want to be able to articulate your feelings about the product or service that you're talking about.
Now, the time commitment for focus groups varies, but typically they take about an hour to an hour and a half, and some can be longer term studies. But you always get paid with a prepaid Visa card at the very end of the study, and the amount varies, but it could be between $80 and $200 an hour. And you can't do a lot of focus groups right now, so if this sounds like something you do want to do, you got to sign up on focusgroup.com.
All right, Annie, thank you. And it has been nearly a year since the town of Paradise was impacted by California's biggest wildfire. And tomorrow we are there seeing where the efforts to rebuild stand now.
Temperatures today reach their all-time October high of 92. Lots of sunshine around. The clouds that we do have will fade away this evening. We'll go mostly clear. Temperature down to 71. No cooler in most areas. 89, the magic number tomorrow. That would tie a record high once again. Your hourly forecast, you can see how we get to noon. Temperature already about 84. We'll peak mid-afternoon tomorrow at 89 degrees. That's all for the Now Indy. The news at 6 starts right now.
This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
A video has gone viral of a man taking inappropriate pictures of a woman at Clay Terrace. I'm Stephanie Wade with what police are saying tonight.
A daycare operator appears in court today on neglect charges. I'm Call 6 Investigates. Kara Kenny will tell you what happened in court.
And a judge orders the release of the man convicted of killing IU student Jill Bierman. The reasons why. Now at 6, concerning behavior caught on camera at a popular shopping center. Carmel police are investigating after a young lady says a customer took inappropriate pictures of her while she was working.
Yeah, RTV6's Stephanie Wade is in Carmel where this now viral video was taken. She's looking to whether police are taking action tonight.
The woman who posted this video works at a store here at Clay Terrace. She says she was trying to help the man seen in the video shop for his granddaughter. But instead, she said he, quote, violated my space, my body, and made me terrified to work.
Kind of uncomfortable, a little bit creepy, I would say.
Yeah, as a mother of 3 daughters, I feel a little violated.
The employee didn't want to speak on camera at this time, but shared this video with us she took from the store's surveillance camera. You can see the customer following her and repeatedly trying to snap inappropriate pictures of her from behind. We are blurring his face since he has not yet been charged with a crime.
I feel like you should have the right to say yes or no if a picture is taken to a certain degree. I understand that life goes on, but that was very apparent what he was doing. So it's not just like you're in a selfie or something like that. So,
and it all depends on like what they do with that photo, because it could go anywhere after that, you know.
At this point, police tell us anyone can legally take a picture of someone in a public place. And according to the Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office, the actions depicted in the video are not considered voyeurism under Indiana law, since she was clothed and not naked. The investigation is still ongoing, however. Any potential charges would be determined through the investigation. Working for you in Carmel, Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
And we will keep you updated if any charges are filed in this case.
A stunning development in the 2000 murder of IU student Jill Bierman. Now, the man convicted of killing her could be released from prison because the federal judge ruled he did not have proper representation during his trial. Bierman was 19 years old when she disappeared in May 2000 after leaving her Bloomington home to go on a bike ride. Her remains were found 3 years later in Morgan County. John Myers was convicted in October 2006 following a 12-day trial. He was sentenced to 65 years in prison. A federal judge ruled Monday that Myers failed to receive effective assistance of counsel during trial in violation of his Sixth Amendment rights. He will be released from prison unless the Morgan County Prosecutor's Office decides to retry Myers within 120 days. Now, Morgan County Prosecutor Steve Soniga said they are disappointed by the decision. He said the Attorney General's office is reviewing the decision, so it is too early to discuss the next step in this case. He said he will meet with the victims and the investigator before any decision is made. Jill's mother, Marilyn Bierman, told RTV6 today, "I am disappointed with this ruling, but this is out of my control. I will count on Morgan County Prosecutor Steve Soniga to help guide me through this process, whether that be an appeal leading to a new trial or not. I am more concerned with the emotional toll this will take on family and friends."
A daycare operator appears in court on child neglect charges after a toddler was hurt while at her facility. It's a story Call 6 Investigates Kara Kenny has been tracking for the past 3 years. Kara joins us with what the little girl's mother hopes to see happen.
Daycare operator Ashley James appeared in court today here at the CCB for her bench trial. She's charged with neglect of a dependent resulting in bodily injury, as well as reckless supervision by a child care provider. It happened October 1st, 2016, 3 years ago to the day. LaShawna Payne's 1-year-old daughter was injured at Live, Laugh, Love, and Learn on East 38th Street. LaShawna says the daycare workers initially lied about the toddler's injuries, so she demanded to see the video recording. On the video, she saw an 11-year-old boy repeatedly hitting, punching, scratching, and tormenting her little girl. Prosecutors charged then-director Ashley James and employee Brandy Bonner with child neglect resulting in bodily injury. Prosecutors said Bonner didn't provide adequate care when the abuse happened. Bonner pleaded guilty in 2017 and is serving 3 years home detention. Prosecutors say as a director of the daycare, James put children in a dangerous environment. They also charged her with reckless supervision by a child care provider.
If something happens at your facility where you're getting paid to keep people's children and you're taking money from parents, somebody has to be at fault. These are the people that we send our kids to be taught and to be taken care of. And if something happens, who do we say, oh, whose fault is it? Oh, it's okay, it's just nobody's. No, it's your responsibility if that's your facility, period, point blank.
Ashley James opted for trial with a judge, not jury, which began Tuesday.
Kara Kenny with WRTV. I just wanted to see if you wanted to tell your side of the story. Is there anything you can say about the charges?
I can talk to y'all later when court's over.
Okay. Thank you.
LaShawna will testify as part of the trial.
What would you like to see happen to Ashley?
I would like for her to admit the fact that she is at fault, regardless of what happens, as long as she's admitting the fact that she was at fault, because it's her fault, as well as everybody else that was involved.
LaShawna says her little girl is doing well and says she's willing to endure awkward moments like this one if it means getting justice for her. James faces up to 6 years in prison if convicted. Reporting in Indianapolis, Kara Kenny, RTV6.
The trial is still going on and will resume on November 15th. Records show that Ashley James is no longer in charge at Live, Laugh, Love, and Learn. In a public area, if the provider is on probation, it will say so on the license along with the reasons why. Here's how you can check out your child care provider. Plug in a provider's name to childcarefinder.in.gov and look for complaints, inspection reports, and any pending enforcement. Use your eyes and ears when visiting to see if they're following safe sleep practices and proper supervision. And drop by the child's daycare unexpectedly during the day. What is seen at pickup and drop-off may be very different than what's happening during the middle of the day. And ask to see the provider's license or registration, which should be posted. Right now, we continue to follow breaking news that we first brought you on the news at 5 here. A semi-rollover is still affecting traffic in the northbound lanes of Interstate 65 at the North Split. You can see that semi on its side there. This is a live picture from our INDOT camera there. INDOT says this issue will be an issue until about 7:30. So again, you want to avoid northbound I-65 at the North Split if you can.
Now to your Storm Team 6 forecast, and you may not know it, but you are living through a steamy, history-making day. Today we set a record for the hottest October day ever. That's 2 record-setting days in a row. Is the third possible? Storm Team 6 Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory is tracking that. Kevin.
And you're right, no ordinary start to the month of October. 89 was the record today. 91 was the all-time warmest temperature for October, and we jumped to 92, so we've rewritten the record books. By the way, the all-time of 91 was back in 2007. Just to show you the extremes in our temperatures in Indy, the all-time of any month temperature in the afternoon, 106. That was July 14th, 1936. I'm sure many of you remember this when we hit 27 below in January of 1994. Temperatures are sliding downhill and quickly after tomorrow. We'll have one more warm day, then the cooler air will sweep in and will be felt on Friday. Right now, it's anything but cool, 89. We've backed off 1 degree from the last hour. Temperature in Castleton's at 90, Greenfield at 90 as well. Hourly forecast. Notice what doesn't happen tonight. We don't cool off much. We'll still be above 70 degrees and dry first thing in the morning.
Now, tonight we were hearing from Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett about the change in policy by the Marion County prosecutor regarding prosecution and possession of small amounts of marijuana. Yesterday, interim prosecutor Ryan Mears announced the office will no longer file criminal charges against adults arrested for possessing less than 1 ounce of marijuana. Charges will still be filed for selling, smoking, or driving under the influence of the drug. Mears cited several reasons for the decision, including the impact on the law in communities of color. But the change appears to have caught the mayor off guard.
We need a little time to catch up here and find out exactly what. Again, I'm not questioning motives. I want to be very, very supportive of anything that our community needs to do to make our criminal justice process equitable and fair. But we need to catch up. I'll leave it at that.
Law enforcement leaders in Indianapolis say officers will continue to enforce marijuana possession laws, even if the prosecutor does not plan to press charges.
A big announcement from Indiana University today that will put the IU School of Medicine in a new nationwide leadership role in Alzheimer's research. The National Institutes of Health awarded the IU School of Medicine a grant of $36 million over 5 years. The money will be used to launch a drug discovery center to accelerate treatments for Alzheimer's disease. There are currently no treatments that can slow or prevent the disease, which is the most common cause of dementia in the aging population.
At this center, we will conduct some of the earliest work in the drug discovery process. And what we discover will be broadly shared with researchers in academia and industry to move the entire field forward.
The center is a partnership with the Purdue University Institute for Drug Discovery. The center will initially focus on targets related to the brain's immune system that may contribute to Alzheimer's disease. Still ahead on RTV6 News at 6, 2 big retailers are hiring to fill hundreds of jobs.
Plus, the job that could help solve your child care dilemma with hours that match your child's school hours.
Purdue's football season may be going off the rails after a couple of tough injuries last weekend. Later in sports, find out how the Boilermakers are trying to overcome their latest obstacles.
And thunderstorms may mark the transition from our record temperatures to cooler conditions over the next several days. I emphasize may because I don't think these will be widespread, but you can see them lining up to the west. More details on that coming up.
Stand by me.
This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Our Hiring Hoosiers initiative works to connect you to a wide variety of employment opportunities. We know an obstacle many parents face when going to work is the high cost of quality child care. RTV6's Lauren Casey discovered a job opportunity that allows you to work while your kids are at school and still lets you be their sole caretaker.
Alex, do you want peanut butter and jelly or chicken patty? Well, my day starts at 8.
Sarah Millenbaugh is a working mom.
Do you want baked beans? You want baked beans, okay.
Her daughter attends Perry Township schools, and Sarah herself was a graduate in 2007.
I help my boss, Edie, get started with breakfast. We get it all cooked for the kids. Brittany, sweetie, do you want peanut butter and jelly or chicken patty?
And now she's back working at the district as a child nutrition worker.
We prep everything for lunch, get everything put in the oven, get it started. This one, do you want baked beans?
She works more than 30 hours a week, all while her daughter is in school.
We have 3 sets of lunches. We serve them and clean everything up, get all the dishes done, sweep and mop, and that's day.
We've got positions for all sorts of hours, anything from 3 to 7 hours for your basic child nutrition workers to assistant managers and some head cashiering as well.
Erin Coleman is the director of child nutrition, and she tells me they are hiring.
And an opportunity to have a career here at Perry Township Schools not only gives you the chance to have those flexible hours, but a great opportunity to work with these awesome kids.
It's great for retirees who maybe want some fulfilling part-time work. And for parents like Sarah, matching up her schedule to her daughter's has been key, especially with so many schools now on block scheduling.
Anytime she had a snow day, I had a snow day. When it's summer vacation, I'm on summer vacations. It's very consistent, you know, when you're going to work, what the pay is. We even have opportunities in the summertime to do a summer feeding program or a jump start program if you're concerned about being off all summer long.
Plus, these smiling kindergarten faces make the fast-paced work environment fulfilling as well.
Oh, it's great. They really warm your heart. Like when one of them's like, can I have a hug? It just makes your heart tingle.
You get to feed children. Some of them, this might be their only meal for the day, too. So you really do go home knowing that you made a difference.
Working for you, Lauren Casey, RTV6.
Thanks, Lauren. And the starting rate is $12.32 an hour and increases from there. If you work more than 20 hours, you qualify for long-term disability. People like Sarah, who work more than 30 hours a week, qualify for that, plus health, vision, and dental benefits. To apply for a position like this with Perry Schools and to see other openings they have, you can visit our website, hiringhoosiers.com, and click on this story.
More job opportunities for you now. Tomorrow, Lowe's is hosting a Walk-In Wednesday and offering job interviews to anyone who walks in and requests one. Lowe's is looking to fill nearly 600 permanent year-round roles and also part-time positions. This will take place tomorrow from 9 to 6 at all Lowe's stores in Indianapolis. If you're looking for an opportunity to make a little extra money for the holidays, Kohl's could be the answer. Kohl's wants to fill more than 1,200 seasonal positions in the Indianapolis area. It's holding a hiring day event on Saturday at all Indianapolis area stores. Just walk in, apply, and interview anytime between 10 and 4. You could walk out with a verbal offer on the spot. Again, that's Saturday from 10 to 4 at all Indianapolis area Kohl's stores.
Leaves may be falling, but as you know, temperatures are still rising. One more day with record temperatures expected. By the way, I do think we'll begin to see a lot more color in the trees as these overnight lows go into the 40s as we move into the weekend. Some cooler temperatures will help ignite the colors. Temperatures 25 times now. We've been to 90 or above this summer. We typically average 16 days. The record is 58 days of 90-degree temperatures or warmer. That's way back in 1983. Temperature in Indy is 89. You can see where the cooler air is right now. Northern Plains, huge temperature range from Chicago at 85 to 51 in Minneapolis, 87 in Peoria, 47 in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. This is the battle zone. Thunderstorms right now along the dividing line between the showers and thunderstorms. For us, I think the best chance, the other dynamics involved in this will stay north of central Indiana. We'll have a chance for showers and thunderstorms. It just won't be a good chance, and I don't think they'll be widespread. Temperature impact will be obvious. Tomorrow, we still hit 89. Then as we get to Thursday, we step back. We'll struggle to hit 80 degrees, and then the full impact of that cooler northwest flow will let the Temperatures go below average as we get into Friday, and temperatures into the weekend will be in the 40s on occasion. Tomorrow, 83 by noon. Afternoon temperature, if we hit 89, that will tie the record, third day in a row with some record credit. 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, Lafayette to Kokomo to Muncie, isolated shower or thunderstorm. That will drop to the south as we get to Thursday. Watch the wind indicators go to the northwest as we get late Thursday, and that will start to bring in the cooler temperatures during the day on Thursday. The cold front will approach. It will bring with it a chance for showers and thunderstorms, but an underwhelming chance. So don't get too excited about rainfall. Temperatures Thursday, northern half of the state will cool first. The cooler air will come from northwest to southeast. 80 degrees in Indianapolis for the afternoon temperature. Friday, what a way to end the work week. Temperatures in the 60s, the first real feel of fall. You'll need a jacket as you head out. High school football games on Friday night should be a great night. A little breezy out of the west. Temperature 63 at kickoff, 58 by the time the games end. As we step into the weekend, Saturday morning will be in the 40s, 47 degrees. 72, the modest high temperature on the Sunday. Although temperatures bounce back into the low 70s Saturday and Sunday, they're right back in the 60s for highs Monday and Tuesday.
Time to really say goodbye to summer, it looks like.
Maybe. After a few days.
Maybe.
All right, thanks, Kevin.
I don't know. Hang on. Maybe not quite.
Couple extra days.
Yeah, we'll get bundled up on Friday night, though. Hey, the Pacers are up in the air, heading to India for their preseason games in Mumbai. The guys going with comfort over style for the 16-hour flight, so T-shirts and gym pants all around. They should be about halfway there right now. They play the Kings on Friday and Saturday, Indiana time. And good evening, everyone. Purdue's record fell to 1-3 after last weekend's loss to Minnesota, but the bigger loss was a double gut punch on just a single play in the first quarter. In the first month, they've already lost 5 starters to injuries. So where do they go from here? Let's take a closer look in tonight's Sports Extra Spotlight.
Well, the pass play, pressure coming, and down he goes inside the 30-yard line, and Elijah Sindelar is down.
In the span of about 11 seconds, Purdue's season went from bad to worse.
Oh, and Rondale Moore is down as well.
There's no excuses whatsoever. There's no complaints. It's our job to develop our players and get them ready to play, and that's everybody on the team. And when guys go down, the others have to be ready to play.
For quarterback Elijah Sindelar, it's a broken left collarbone. He had surgery on Monday and could be out for the rest of the season. Freshman Jack Plummer stepped in when Sindelar left Saturday's game. He performed well enough given the situation. Now he could be the Boilers' long-term hope to salvage the rest of 2019.
Jack just has to play within himself and do what he does. And I think when you play against really good opponents and your team needs to continue to work to get better, you got to make sure you're not trying to do too much.
Obviously, we got to win. I mean, we got one win, and we got to win games. And we got to work hard. We got to go in. We got to watch film. We got to get better. And that's kind of what we're thinking is, hey, you know, we're 1-3. So what? We got to win the next game. It's one game season. That's what we always say. You just win the next game.
Offensive lineman DJ Washington also suffered a bad lower leg injury late in the first half. He'll also need surgery, ending his season early. Purdue's defense has not been immune to the injury issues. Fifth-year senior Marcus Bailey saw his season end early with a knee injury in practice just 3 weeks ago. It could take a many-layered effort from the D to replace such an important piece.
You know, people stepping up a lot and being more vocal and being better leaders. And even like me and Jalen, you know, we do our kind of thing, and I don't think it's just one consistent voice. I think all of us are coming together and making up for the loss of Marcus.
Yes, it creates some challenges, but you know what? I expect our guys to compete and work hard and get better, and I expect us to play better.
Rondale Moore will not play this weekend. His prognosis beyond that will be game to game for now. And Purdue has not written off Sindelar's entire season yet. There's still 8 weeks remaining. Purdue plays at Penn State this Saturday. The Colts are getting ready for Sunday night football coming up on the news at 11. Quarterback Jacoby Brissett talks about facing the Chiefs in a big matchup in KC. We will see you tonight with that. Back to finish up tonight's news at 6 after one more break.
This Friday only at Ashley Home Store.
Well, as you head out for dinner, you still get to feel the heat.
The heat's still out there.
Still
on, right?
At 90 or above.
It's not hard to feel it.
I'm not sure whether George is mad at us or these are just puppy wrinkles.
Don't you like that, George?
It's the look.
Yeah.
It is the look.
You send me your dog's picture. I'll take the dog for a walk during the forecast. Kevin.Gregory at WRTV.com. I love that. Puppy
He's
wrinkles.
sunbathing there.
I think George is saying it's too hot for a walk.
Be patient because Friday is your day. 71 in the morning tomorrow. Temperatures in the afternoon tomorrow hit 89. Notice by Saturday morning, George will be rolling over on his back. Up like this.
This is alive. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6.
I'll see you at 7.